to all. In this video, we are going to see about how to create a workbook and how to format a workbook. These are the two important things that we are going to see in this video. So whenever you have opened your workbook, here you will be able to see in the work area, the row is being labeled with numbers and the column is being labeled with alphabets. And then in the sheet you will have a multiple cell. Each cell will have an unique name. The current cell, how you will know, no? This block, rectangular block will be available. Then that is said to be the current cell. Each cell, as I told you, will have a unique name. So how it is going to get the name is from alphabet one letter and from the number one letter. This is the combination. So this cell has been from the C row, C column and the third row. So this cell will be named as C3. If you want to move from one cell to the another cell, either you can press the tab key or otherwise you can use the enter key. The steps for creating the workbook. First, you have to create a new workbook. Next, you have to save it with your file name. After that, you have to enter the column heading, row heading, and then the data. Once you have entered all this, you have to format your data. At last, you have to save it. So the first step is what? Creating a workbook. First, you have to select an office button. Then it will show you a list. In the list, you have to select a new. And if you're going to press it, automatically the new workbook dialog box will be open. There you have to select the blank workbook and then you have to click on the create button. Next step is first step, we have to create a workbook. Next step, we have to save it. So once again, you have to press the start button. In the list, you have to select the save. And then it will open a dialog box. In the dialog box, you have to give the name and then you have to select the location where you want to save it. And then you can save it. By default, this 2007 version will be saved with the extension of .xlsx. The previous versions, it will be saved in the extension of .xls. So now we'll create a table with those details. See, already I have created a table, but let me show you another one demo. Item, what to yeah. So I'm pressing the tab key. It is going to the next cell. Okay, then March. These are the details. So now what I'm doing is entering some random value. So this is how it will be working. So this is set to be the current cell. So let us assume what is the name for the cell will be. So it is coming from the G column and from the 15th row. So the name of the cell will be G15. So this is how we'll be entering. Okay. So as I told you, you can press the tab key if you want to move across horizontally. You can use the enter key if you are moving the cell vertically. Next is autofill. Okay, so it is an important feature in the Excel. So now, okay, autofill it's nothing but to fill the sequence or repetitive data. So now I have written as one here. If so, in this rectangle, you will be able to this area, it is being filled with the rectangle. So this area, okay, when you take this current cell, at the bottom, you will be able to see the filled rectangle. On the filled rectangle, if you place your cursor, automatically the broader plus sign will become the narrow plus. Okay, so this is from what you have to do is you have to place the cursor there and then drag the cell. So automatically the values will be filled in the cells. So here I have repeated the value of 1. Suppose if I want the sequence as 1, 2, 3, something like that. Now what I have to do is I have to write it in two cells, 1 and 2. After that what I have to do is I have to select it and then I have to drag it. If I want to have the value still 20, I can have. More than that also you can enter. So here what is the sequence? What is the difference between the number? It is 1. Suppose if I want the even numbers, then I have to write the even number 2 and 4 and then you have to select 2 and 4. Then you place your cursor on the rectangle filled box. Then you drag it. So here also I want it till 20, so I have placed it. So the difference are you able to see? Okay. Next is if I want to have a odd number 3, 1, 3, then I can select it and then I will be able to track it. Okay, so this is one day. This can be applied on month also. See, I'm going to write January. And then if I'm going to track, see, it's getting displayed. For week also you can apply Sunday. Okay, so this is about the autofill. How to insert a row? For inserting a row, first you have to select a row where you have to insert it. Then click on the row number tab. After that, you have to come to the home tab. Then you have to select the insert and then you have to select the insert sheet row. Similarly, you have to do it for the column. I'll show you a demo. Mm. Here, between the cloth and grocery, I want to insert a row. So what I have to do, I have to select a row. If you want to select insert a row, then you have to select the row. Okay. Then I'm giving then you have to come to the home tab. Here you will be able to find an insert with a drop down arrow. Click that. There you will be able to find insert sheet row. So automatically what happened? The row is getting inserted. If you want to insert a column, so now I want to insert a column between the month and the total. That is between the March and then the total. So now I'm going to give insert sheet column. If you're going to select a row and then if you're going to search here, okay, then it will show me this this insert sheet row will be enabled. If you're going to select a column and then if you're going to see there, you will be able to find that insert sheet column is getting enabled. Now I don't want this column. Then I have to come for the delete and then I have to select the delete sheet column. Automatically it will get deleted. Similarly, I don't want this fourth row. So I'm going to delete the row. This is how it will be working. Next. Format a sheet. Next, what is that is formatting a sheet. That I'll tell you now. So now, let me remove the file. Okay. So this is the row on the table, right? So I'm removing everything. So now I'm selecting it. So here In the home tab, you will be able to find a style. In that, you will be able to find the format table as. So here you will have a different format for your table. Whichever the format you want, that you can select it and then give OK. You have to first select the data. Next, you have to come and select the table style. See, I have selected it. Now I don't want this one. It is too dark, I feel. So I'm going to give this one. Okay. So now it is new format. Okay. So next is you can apply color for the cell style also. Okay. So for example, let us take this thing and then I'm going to give it as whichever the colors you want, you can select it and you can place it here. Whichever the cell style you want, you can place it for a particular cell. Now there is one more thing is called conditional formatting. For that also first you have to select the cell. Next you have to click this conditional formatting drop down arrow. There highlighting the cells will be there. Here I'm going to click on the greater than. What happens now? See, I'm going to give greater than. Here you have to specify a value. I'm going to give the value as greater than uh, 2000. I'm going to click OK. So what happened? Wherever the value greater than 2000, that will be highlighted. Similarly, now once again I'm pressing on the conditional that I'm going to select the highlighting cell rules. Less than I'm going to give. If I'm going to give less than, for that, if I'm going to give the value as less than 300, only this is less than 300. That is why it is showing me. So this is about the formatting. Thank you all.